Hello everyone, this is a solution video for problem 11 on the test 3 review. It says that there's a store being sold and the buyers want to estimate which percentage of the items are outdated rather. So they're talking about a proportion and that will be significant for us. And it says they will randomly select 100,000 items to determine the proportion that is outdated. Here, the current owners, they want to make some type of a prediction, but notice it says right here, they have never determined the percentage of outdated items before, so they cannot help the buyers make this prediction. And then we're supposed to find how large of a sample do we need. So this is the question, what is the appropriate sample size? And remember, we have two different formulas for this. One formula is if you have a prior point estimate to use as an approximation. Here it says they've never done that. They've never figured this percentage out before. So we have to use the other formula that uses 0.25 right here in place of p hat q hat. And then we should have this critical value that goes z alpha over 2. And then if I can make a nice alpha for you guys, and then it goes divided by the margin of error, and then we should square this part. So the critical value, remember, it's based on the, right here I'm going to point, this is z alpha over 2, what it's talking about. The alpha in this case, it's basically the difference between 1 and the confidence level, and we want 95% confidence level, so in that case, our alpha is 0.05, and then alpha over 2 should be 0.05 divided by 2, which is 0.025. So this z alpha over 2, it's the z-score that has an area on the left side where this area is 0.025 because that's alpha over 2. So z alpha over 2 will be this z-score, whatever this one is. And so of course we have an area, we're looking for a z-score, so we need to go into our inverse normal. And you may have this critical value on deck anyways, but I do not, so I'm going to find it. And z-scores always have mean of 0 and standard deviation of 1. The left tail, if your calculator does not offer these options, it will do left tail by default anyways, so that's convenient. The z-score that we're looking for is this one, the 1.96. I will round it that way. So z alpha over 2 is the 1.96. We can actually put negative, it's okay, but since we're going to square it anyways, it doesn't really matter too much. So 0.25, and then we will go into here with 1.96, or to be very principled, I would just put negative. And we want the margin of error, see it says the margin of error should be within 5%, so we can use 0.05, which is 5% as a decimal, and we will square it. And let's go into the calculator with all this stuff. 0.25, and then it's going to go times negative 1.96 divided by 0.05, and then we want to square all of that stuff. And let's see what happens. They should use a sample size. We want our n to be, remember, we always round up. It doesn't matter what the decimal is, we should round up to the next whole number, so it would be 385. So that should be answer choice C, and that's it for number